In this video, I'll be playing hardcore Minecraft for one of the first times ever. I'll be building a cozy, rustic little starter house with everything I need to survive in what is going to be quite a difficult world for a complete noob in survival. First of all, I started to gather some sugarcane that I found on this beach. This is where I spawned. I picked up some seeds from the grass, a few more bits of sugarcane. Really ambitious at this point, but hey, here's my first tree and I cut it down. It was pretty simple to start with. Cutting it with some sugarcane is probably not efficient, but I made some oak planks, remembered how to make a crafting table, and I got my first tool. I was on the road. What a great start. I had to march through this swamp. There didn't seem to be much else to gather here. I wish I had some shears. I could get some vines. I like to decorate my rustic houses. I found some chickens or ducks, whatever these white things are. I slaughtered them with an amazing amount of skill. After chasing them around for about 10 minutes, I managed to kill my first mob. I got loads of coal. This turned out to be something I was very good at finding. I don't know why, but I just found loads of coal today. So after I gathered that coal, I explored a little bit, and again I'm looking for high ground so I can see a good distance. I'm climbing up this hill here, and again I get distracted by finding a little bit more coal. I quickly harvested the coal. I'm on the lookout for iron as well, but I wasn't lucky enough to gather any this time. But I did gather a whole bunch of cobblestone and let me made my first stone tool. Let's go. We make a shovel as well and a stone axe. That's all the tools that I'll need to get going in this Minecraft hardcore challenge. Oh, I also made a stone sword as well, just in case there's some bad guys. And it is in hard mode, so there should be. Luckily, I found some pigs, which are not that difficult to beat up. I gathered the pork and I'm looking for more pigs, and again the high point as well. I've got a giant mountain beside me here, so quickly gather more pigs. More coal as well. I told you I was good at gathering coal. In fact, it was starting to get nighttime, so I decided to spend the night in here. Sealed myself into my little gloomy place, quickly made some torches. That let me light up the place, and I was all set to have my first night indoors. I could get my raw pork getting cooked. I also found some chicken on the way, so that's going to get cooked as well. While I was in here, guess what I found? More coal. It's awesome. I bet you wish you were as good as me at finding coal. Once I'd gathered it all, and there was a lot, I was able just to while away the painfully slow hours until morning time. I quickly destroyed my crafting table and my furnace, ready to take it on my journey. All I had to do was look out the window I'd made and wait for all the baddies to go away and the sun to come up. There was one sneaky little skeleton out there, which will get me in a minute, but overall I managed to avoid. Yikes. I did find some coal when I was running away, and yeah, I'm going to get that as well. The build I'm going to make today ended up using a huge amount of stone bricks, so gathering all this coal was fantastic. Once I got the coal, I found a little cave, and then it was more exploring. As you can see, I got some iron on the way, really happy with that. Some diorite, I'm going to use that in the build as well. I want this build to be maybe spruce, diorite, stone bricks, andesite as well. More iron gathered on the way up, and then the view from up here was absolutely fantastic. I had a good look round, and I think I just about spotted a village in the distance. And because it's only hardcore and you only live once, I decided, yeah, I'll jump down. There's the village, all set. Can we get down in one go? This could have been the quickest game of Minecraft ever if I got this wrong, but hey, let's go. Not bad. Pretty skillful. Here it is in slow motion. On we go. I'm being pursued by a few mobs. I didn't even know they were behind me, but let's get going. I've spotted that village in the distance. It's time to make tracks and get some speed on. Flying across the landscape, again, gathering a little bit of seeds as well to make that wheat on the way. I was able to make fantastic progress. There's the village in the distance. Let's get going. My first river was easily crossed, sharing this river with some nice squid. I carried on, and it was time to do a little bit of raiding as well. A couple of pigs there I could have picked up, but I think I missed them. First off, I was able to grab a bed, very useful. This stone cutter will come in excellent use for the stone bricks that I want to make. And then I made hay, loads of it. I actually forgot later on that you could make wheat from the hay, and I ended up planting a lot of wheat. I had a little sleep beside my new best friend, carried on through the map after the village, gathering lots more andesite, more coal, and even some lapis. Maybe I'll get as far as enchanting, who knows. I realised I had a lot of coal, more coal than you can shake a stick at. Anyway, I carried on, and it was time to look for somewhere to have a nice, cosy start. My third river crossed, I found a little bit of savannah, and I think I even spied in the distance some rooftops of another village. And then I found a really beautiful little lake, and I thought, this is so cool. This could be where I put a little lakeside cozy house. So I quickly got my new stone shovel going and carved out a little bit of the hillside, enough to just get a bit of a base and maybe even a little tunnel in the wall there. As you can see, I've gathered quite a lot of stuff by this time, and I was able to cook some iron to make some iron tools. I sealed myself in for a really boring night, but after that I emerged, and it was time to get going and make my first cozy house in survival Minecraft. One of the first jobs I had to do was build up a little bit more of this earthen bank, I guess you would call it, somewhere where there was enough space to build a decent sized house. I cut away some of the hill at the back as well, and then kept on laying plenty of dirt, which would eventually turn into grass. And that gives us a nice big space. Now it was time to smelt some of my iron and make some decent iron tools as well. I was getting a little bit tired of my inventory as well being all over the place, so I decided to finally get myself organized, put some chests down, and put in all the stuff that I had gathered. I was doing okay with 4 pork chops, 9 pork chops for my food, and I was able to hack away a little bit more of this cliff as well, giving myself a bit more space for this house. This will be an ongoing project. Of course, I found some more coal. I'm very good at finding coal. I will be hacking away this hill repeatedly. I won't be able to show all of it because it's kind of boring just hacking away a hill, but I think I was happy with my new spot beside this awesome lake. So I am now recording, as you can see there in replay mod, and we're going to speed this up and start building our house. Of course, I needed to gather quite a lot more materials, so off camera I did gather a bit more cobblestone just by going down into a cave, and I was able to start to smelt that into stone and then stone bricks. After I made this beautiful infinite water source by crafting a bucket, I decided to make some wheat, forgetting of course that I had a whole bunch of hay which I could have easily turned into wheat. I decided I was getting a bit hungry and I needed a good food source, a consistent food source, and I thought, I'm going to need some cows. So my thinking really was in 2 places. I needed wheat, I needed cows, I needed a source of food, but my mind was also going to the build. What am I going to make it out of? Cobblestone, stone bricks, they're pretty easy as long as I've got plenty of coal, and I do. But I thought, do you know what? I always build with spruce. I love spruce trapdoors, spruce roofs. I need spruce. So an epic journey was undertaken. This entire place here was kind of disappointing. There wasn't a spruce tree to be found anywhere. So I went for a good explore and eventually I came across some, but it did take quite a while. If you like this new style of video, please subscribe right now and leave a comment, some feedback. Hardcore Minecraft. This series will end when I die. Here we go. I found some birch trees, very useful. Cut down a few of them. I'll definitely use some birch fences in the future in this project. After a night's sleep out in the wild, I was able to find some dark oak. Again, I might use dark oak, might not. It's really spruce that I'm after, so I kept exploring. swimming across a river, climbing up banks, in amongst a birch forest. Here we go. I eventually found some spruce trees. I was really delighted. What I did was cut down a few of them and then wait for the leaves to decay, and I managed to get some spruce saplings. I made my way back over yonder dale, through rivers, swimming past the squids, and eventually got myself back to my base. I turned some of the birch into fences, planted my spruce trees, and then went for a walk. I'm going over to the savannah place where I'm sure I saw the rooftop of a savannah village. So let's go and raid it and see what we can capture. I would also like to find some cows and bring them back as well. Yes, savannah village is right here. In here, I managed to get a brewing stand. Let's be having you. Sorry, guys, I'm sticking my sticky fingers in here and gathering a few things. In the chest, got some bread, some sustenance, some more seeds as well. I don't know why I didn't take the acacia saplings, but I've got this little, what's it called, a grinding thing, stone grinding, I can't remember. Anyway, I got this floor here as well, and I got me cows, and I'm going to take them back. This is a real test in patience, especially if you're being pursued by a creeper. But anyway, I got my cows, I got my creeper, and I made my way back. As you can see, my lake is in the distance, looking really bonny. Yeah, cows are very frustrating. You've got to persuade all 4 of them to come with you. And this involves a lot of going backwards and forwards with the wheat. Quite an annoying little journey. I decided to show you this entire journey to show you how annoying it actually is. And here we go, crossing the sand, making my way back. Come on, cows. You could do it. Let's go. Yeah, this is how slow and how much patience you need. I'm sure you've all been there. I want 4 cows. Come on, let's go. 4 cows. Surely you can get 2 children cows out of that. Is that what you call them? Children cows? Really is a massive test of patience. Let's go. Survival really is a tricky game. I'm so used to creative and just being able to have any block you want, but having to wait on cows, having to wait on trees growing. Oh my goodness. I stuck the cows in here, not wondering if they were going to trample my crops or not. I don't know if cows can trample crops, but anyway, feed them some wheat, make some shears. I also decided I needed some vines because vines really can bring a whole build to life. So I went back to the swamp, got some vines, kept mining, kept chopping down my trees, making some mossy stone. I even went for a huge walk and found some mud blocks in a swamp. So I'm very, very happy about that because I'd love to make some mud bricks as well. We've got hay, we've got mud. We can make some mud bricks. I've also got plenty of andesite and cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. It was time really to get crafting, furnacing, chopping, stone cutting, grinding, and just, it is survival. It is hard work. I decided to use the 5x5 building technique and cut into the hillside to make the foundations as well, because I'd like a basement. Using plenty mossy cobblestone, andesite, stone bricks, even some spruce fences, I started to make the stairs, an entrance to the basement, even though it wasn't dug out, light the whole thing up, dodge all the bad guys, and then concentrate on this tower. This will provide a nice lookout for my whole efforts here, really. And then I want a good space underneath for the basement, and also a nice wraparound walkway around the whole build with a sequence of stairs bringing us down to the lake, because I think on the lake I'm going to be doing some farms. It makes sense. I won't have to make any holes in the ground. All I will have to do is put dirt onto the lake and I'll be able to farm straight away without any buckets. The roof is made of spruce, and I also added this little dormer window in the roof as well. The chimney was made of mud bricks, and I think that's actually quite a nice block to use. Progress so far, We have a few dirt blocks to fill in there, maybe a little bit more detail to put on top of the chimney and on the side of it. But apart from that, this house is looking rustic, it's looking cozy. That was the brief. We've got this little back balcony here, which I like. We need doors, and maybe we need some more windows in the side of the tower as well. Do we have any windows at all? Yeah, some of this andesite needs to be replaced and turned into windows, that is for sure. I still want to somehow build a workshop here. I think that would be a great place to have a little workshop. You climb up here and then down into your workshop, and then maybe some further stairs, because down here, which is a nice little place for a basement, we do have to dig out an awful lot more of this dirt, so that is a big job to do. And then hopefully this can link through to this staircase as well. We're going to have either a spiral staircase or just a ladder inside the tower. So this all needs to get dug. And then we still need a way down to the water as well. And then down here, underneath this needs to get filled in, maybe with some stone or cobblestone. Probably cobblestone would be nice to just fill in that basement. So yeah, we need some sort of way to get down here. So that needs to get planned. And I want to have some farms out on the sea. So yeah, let's run the time lapse. Got some trapdoors. Let's head back this way. Getting lost in my own house now. It's quite a complicated little build. And I wonder if we can hack away these here. Just maybe one, two, three. Put in some dirt. Boop, boop, boop. And then also put in some trapdoors. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is going to brighten this whole place up. Just to add a little splash of colour. So even at night, I need to watch out for that skeleton. I bet he's still hiding away under there. Yeah, just look at that. Little bit of bright red colouring really does help. Let's add a few more there. Awesome. I think this place is looking quite smart. Time to get my bed moved in and a few chests as well. Okay, into my main cozy room here. I've got the bed just there, and I'm thinking I need to remember to eat. always forgetting this. And then down here I can start to make my workshop, little open air workshop. I've actually got one of these in real life in my backyard. It's pretty cool. I like it. Maybe make a little workshop like that, and then maybe some benching going along like this, and that way I can actually add to this and put in more things like smithing table and so on, maybe when I find them or make them. And then up here there's a cozy little attic, so I could have some secret storage up here as well. Otherwise my main storage is going to be, did I take the wrong route? This is going to be a better route here. I'm not sure about this just, should that be wall block? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, main storage should be in here, and I've got some healthy coal to dig out at some point as well, so maybe I could have some storage a bit like this to start with. That looks pretty cool, and just bung things in there as I need them. Cool. Right, I think definitely, where is it? Over here we need a bridge going across to there, and then possibly another bridge. Another bridge, and maybe a better animal pen right about here. After the bridge was made, I decided to make a staircase down into some mines and caves underneath. The staircase went straight down, and I realised I was a little bit out of my depth. Not having played survival for a while, I kept getting attacked by mobs, and it was really scary because this is just one life I have here, and I was down there with no armour, which is ridiculous. So it was right back up to the top. Get some iron smelted, get some boots, some leggings, some helmet, and some chesty platey thing made, and then I was back down into the mines after that, and I was lucky enough to come across a few diamonds. I did keep getting attacked by mobs. It was horrendous. They were non-stop, but having plenty of torches really helped, and quite a few times I was down to about 1.5 hearts. I quickly found a lava pool though. I got myself some obsidian with my diamond axe, and it is very nerve-wracking mining this when you could be being crept up on by some mobs. Back up at the top, I quickly made a portal and lit it once I remembered how to make a flint and steel. Down the steps, my new abode, my new base. So that is the little staircase on the left there, down to the mine, and this is what I've ended up with after episode 1. Do leave some feedback in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Do you want to see me play a bit more survival? I've added some berry bushes there, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. Take care for now. Ciao, ciao. With the blocks be with you.